Hello.
Looks like we're good. I think we're good. I don't know. Let's do this one.
Aha!
Yeah.
Aha ha ha.
I hope you can hear us. Hello, everyone. We are back. We are
Can everyone hear
alive,
us?
sort of, kind of.
We're all over the
We're
place.
here.
Got this.
But we're here, and that's what matters.
Hello, everyone. It's been a while.
Side note, Ben, you're rude.
Happy fall. Happy fall.
Hi, Stella.
Hi, Stella.
Stella's my DM on our Tuesday game. Nope, not Tuesday. Wrong day. Wednesday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, hello, Stella. Welcome as the fellow DM. Oh, and there's Peggy. We got the puppy. All right, guys. So it has been a little bit, and we are back. So, for anyone who has not caught up, quick reminder: last season ended with the death of our dear friend Carla, played by Kat, and she didn't do that in vain. She did that to save the rest of her team, sacrificing herself to save her team from a Egyptian plague monster.
As you do.
And in the process, Andy's boyfriend Reynard, the fox trickster, actually got taken by the ringmaster, who has been our current baddie of the last season. And
Well, in the process,
Well,
Andy died. Andy died.
Andy did die. Andy died, but
Oh,
came back.
oh, it was
Yeah,
Also that.
great.
Also that.
just saying.
Hello,
wasn't
Lewinsky. And so now what we are doing, we've had the funeral, we have had the wake, and the season ended with finding Sabine, who is the leader of our group of Sabers, actually found information leading them to their next destination, which is going to be New Orleans. So the game tonight starts off the next morning. You guys have all woken up, you've already packed all your things, and you are all at a private airline strip in near LAX. And LAX? That's wrong.
JFK.
LaGuardia.
Or LaGuardia.
LaGuardia. You guys are near LaGuardia at a private airstrip.
I'm ready
And
for
you guys-
this.
And the 4 remaining members of Sabers are just arriving. It is a very small waiting room. Blue carpet, looks like it hasn't really had a lot of worn into it yet. It's a fairly new area. There is a woman behind a plexiglass wall that's like far, far, far away, and you guys are kind of sitting in 4 chairs at this point in the waiting room, waiting for Sabine to arrive. And our 4 members at that point are going to be Esther with Kunitus. We're going to have Sam, Andy, and Miriam, and Micah. All right, if you guys want to talk to each other, go ahead.
Yeah, I think everybody's like a little bit in their head. But
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, what's everybody doing?
Mike is reading. She's probably reading a book from Miriam's store
That's my girl.
that she brought with her. She's probably read it before, but she's probably reading it again. And like checking her phone every like 10 fucking seconds to see if Emmy has texted her.
Yeah, what's gonna happen with Emmy?
We can ask in character, maybe.
There we go. Yeah, all right. We'll use that. We could use that as a conversational folly that one of us notices her picking up her phone and says,
It's it's not Andy. I'm trying to knit and keep messing up, and I'm getting like increasingly frustrated with myself. So
"What's when will Emmy be joining us?"
I don't know. I have to talk to Sabine. She said, Emmy said she's going to put in for a transfer. but I don't know what that means.
She's not a field operative by any means.
It's not like they can
No,
turn you down now.
No.
no, I don't
If
know.
Bernard could get one, I'm sure that Emmy can. I'm gonna go back to quietly, sadly knitting.
I don't know. I mean, he was like a powerful guy, though. She's just, I don't know, support staff. Has anybody talked to, oh no, I forgot Oscar. Oh, I almost forgot his name. Oops. Has anybody talked to Oscar, actually, about all this?
I think Andy would have. I mean, I guess I didn't RP it with Heather between seasons.
Oh, we
or
talked
anything.
about the scenario.
But we talked about that, like, yeah.
I fully accept that was a scenario that was canon.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So you could talk about that.
Yeah. I talked to him a little bit right after it happened. And he's going to do everything he can to help us get this finished. Did you want to know anything in particular?
I mean, he's staying here. I assume he can't really leave. I don't know.
He's
He's got
staying
family.
here.
He is actually going to be staying in New York. He did say like he would like to go with you, but his kids go to school here. He can't uproot his family, but he is going to do everything he can to support because this legitimately is his best friend who is missing.
We've been spending time together, not talking a ton. There's not so much to say right now, but you know, he's with us as much as he can be.
Yeah. Miriam, how was your date?
Wasn't really a date, was it?
I don't know. I mean,
It was a debt. It was an obligation discharged, and he was a perfect gentleman. They were perfect until then.
I'm gonna say Andy was sitting next to Miriam. I just think it feels right, and so I'm gonna lean against you and look up at you and be like, Miriam, somebody has to have fun. Just tell us it was fun.
All right, so Miriam will tilt her head over on top of Sam's and say, the dessert was the most beautiful lemon cream tart I have ever had in my entire life, including eating in France in the late 19th century.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Writing that.
And I think, Micah's just gonna start laughing. Oh, that's good. You're right. Somebody needs to have a good time.
I assume Crenatus has had a good time. And bacon.
Yeah, he's gotten pretty much anything he wanted.
Is he like chunky? Is he chunky dog?
He's gained a couple pounds. It's not good. Gonna have to like run him around. But yeah, I mean,
The waddling hellhound.
I'm carrying him even more lately.
DM note, if anyone has no idea who Crenatus is actually a white Pomeranian who is actually a hellhound trapped in the shape of a Pomeranian. So there you go. That is Crenatus.
Yeah,
and he's now a chunky boy.
Oh, chunky boy.
So I mean, like, you guys, we did not explain the wake, so that is something you guys can also talk about if you want to. Like, we explained the wake a little bit, but that is up to you guys. But I will let you guys go as you like. The woman who is behind the glass actually looks very, very. You can hear like little voices constantly changing. It sounds like she's going through TikTok. She's absolutely paying no attention to you guys.
As it should be.
I feel like Esther's probably just like pacing the length of this room and just I don't know, like constantly fiddling with her sword, maybe like taking it off or adjusting it, and yeah,
Just kind of ready to go.
I think she wants to hit something. Yeah, and there's nothing to hit.
It's completely fair.
I think after a couple of minutes, Micah's probably gonna like gently touch her arm. Just be like, "Do you want to sit?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm very sure.
You're gonna make yourself crazy doing this."
It's better than being dead.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm sorry. You didn't deserve that.
It's okay. I think we're all a little short right now. There's not a lot to get us out of our own heads at the moment, unfortunately.
You guys want to see Chronosus's new trick?
Yeah.
So I pull out like a little bag of treats, obviously what has been making him fat. And I just like shake it over his head, and he does the tippy taps, but then he like hops up on his back legs and does like a little circle.
No.
Like, that's a very rare smile from Andy. Yeah.
It's the only thing I've had to do.
Was just teach him a new trick.
What a good boy.
Oh no, there's a picture. Ben has brought a picture.
Oh Lord. What now?
A doggy.
So,
It's a child.
has anybody actually...
Oh my God.
Oh god, I know. The floofiest. Has anyone actually talked to Sabine recently?
Not today.
Micah looks at Miriam.
Yeah.
Not today.
You've had no contact with her since she left the funeral. Besides the text everyone got.
I will text her and say, do you have an ETA? Several people might pace a hole through the carpet in the waiting room.
There is a thing that says, I think 10 minutes, but it's not worded the way Sabine would.
I will
Are there
immediately share
emojis?
that. I will immediately share that with everyone.
10 minutes, I think. And there's a couple of question marks, like, I think.
Okay.
That's weird.
I don't like that at all.
Maybe she's drunk.
No.
I wish I was drunk.
Yeah. Same.
Maybe she got an assistant.
No.
What if she got an assistant?
What if we don't like her?
What if it's like a weird guy?
What if she's mean?
What if they like
we'll just have something else to deal with.
I can hit something.
I like how everyone became like, Mom got a boyfriend?
Right.
I don't know, she doesn't really strike me. She's kind of a lone wolf, right? I mean,
Yeah, but like with everything that's been going on,
Yeah,
and,
maybe
you know,
maybe she needed
maybe-
help.
Yeah, well, maybe they were like they needed to send somebody to keep an eye on her or something because everything's been going to shit.
A babysitter.
A babysitter.
Oh, they don't know what's about to happen to them if that's the case.
I
They're
cannot be
fucked.
stat.
Damn it! Micah like slams her hand down on the armrest.
I've drawn
Yeah.
my sword.
Ladies, ladies.
What?
Perhaps discretion is the better part of valor.
Gonna
Valor is the
angrily
better part of valor.
wrap up my knitting project, stuff it in my bag,
Let's
and
just
take out the book and start flipping through it also angrily.
let's just be ready to
For an
move
assistant?
suddenly. And
I don't know if this is really a time for me to meet new people. I'm just gonna be honest. I mean,
you don't have to do anything you don't want to do or talk to anyone you don't want to talk to.
Yeah,
okay,
if there is an
Miriam.
assistant, we'll play bouncer, and you don't ever have to talk to them. And if they try to talk to you, I'll hit them in the face.
Yeah.
You do that for me?
Like
Of
twice.
course I would. I do it for
Sweetheart.
any
You
of
guys are
you.
the best.
Of course we would. I ate somebody's hand for you.
Listen, I'm willing to cause harm to pretty much anybody if it means saving you guys. Oh, sure.
So as you guys are talking, there is a car that pulls up and pulls up like near the vehicles that you guys have used to get to the airport. And the door opens up after a few minutes. And the first head that pops out is Emmy's.
That's
the
not
second head
consistent.
is Beans. And the third is a blonde head you do not recognize.
Hmm.
Sabine looks like she is taking some time to straighten her clothes out.
She's
And-
afraid we're gonna be mad at her.
And do you guys want to do anything before she walks in?
As she like gets out of the car and it's obviously like things are about to happen, I'm gonna grab the necklace that I'm wearing now, which is Carla's broken taser, and that's also where I have the engagement ring, and start sort of like fiddling with it nervously while we wait for them to get in.
Miriam will pick up her bag and coincidentally move to be between Andy and
Bless you.
All right, anything else? All right, so as Sabine walks towards the room with the two younger girls in tow, you can hear that the jet engine starts, the plane engine starts to rev up. And outside, so she comes in, Sabine comes in with the two girls, who was like, "Good morning. Is everyone ready to go?"
Ready as we'll ever be, I guess.
All right, let's chatter out here. Let's get on the plane and we can have our conversations there, shall we?
who is this that will be joining us?
New member of the team. Again, details on the plane.
Esther, like, eyes her as she walks past her.
I eye you right back.
Andy
You wanna
does not
describe
seem
yourself?
to care at all about this other person. She just wants to get on the plane.
Kat, would you like to describe your new character?
Sure. Oh, this is so sad. So Alania is blonde, very pretty, looks to be about 22, very young. She is holding several gift bags with her. She looks very nervous and nerdy, but very put together. And very bright blue eyes.
What clothes is she wearing, if you don't mind? Just like picking something.
Probably a nerdy t-shirt, like something like, punny of some sort on it. Jeans, combat boots, and a big backpack.
Cool. Does your shirt have a picture of an axolotl that says "Reads-a-lotl"?
Yes. We'll go with that one for today.
That's the one.
You're gonna have to make like a
you're gonna have to
running
come up with
list
them.
of
Oh,
punny
definitely.
t-shirts.
If you guys have ever seen Lucifer, it's like Ella.
Oh, Ella.
Very much
Gotcha.
Ella vibe.
A blonde Ella. Got it.
Same. She's like my favorite person.
The best.
I love her.
All right, and so Sabine does not even wait. She's got like her suitcase. She hands off to the plane, the tarmac people who are actually getting ready to grab bags from all of you. She hands off a suitcase, but she carries a briefcase with her and has, I'm guessing, both Emmy and the new blonde in tow, like
Fresh
tiny
meat.
little
Yes.
PAs trying to keep up with.
Yep.
Micah is going to immediately scatter up and grab Emmy's hand and walk with her.
I had no time to explain. She called me this morning, and I had no time to explain. I'm sorry. I love you. I'm here
It's
though.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And she's just gonna like squeeze her hand and follow her with her backpack
God,
because
she
that's all
is-
she has.
Actual cotton candy
She
given
is.
human form. It's amazing.
She's adorable.
And she's like doing the breathing exercises you were teaching her. Okay. 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 Cool. Okay.
We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Okay. Okay. We're going to New Orleans. Okay.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, Alania makes sure to let all of them go first.
Andy's gonna be next behind Sabine and I guess Emmy and Micah. And I'm going to visibly tense witnessing the reunion of Emmy and Micah and kind of go in a corner, like window seat. I guess it's a small plane, but like whatever
It's
the
a small
most.
personal plane. Yeah.
Yeah. But now Micah's in a relationship that she can't go hide in like the one random off seat, so that's where Andy's gonna go there.
So true.
What would have been the
Stealing my
Micah
spot.
seat? No, Andy will.
She called
be
you out.
whining.
All right. So everybody just kind of goes into the plane, just follows Sabine like little puppies.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. So you guys get in, and there is a stewardess who is on deck at this point. She's doing the niceties like, hello, ladies. I hope that you guys are going to have a good flight. Is there anything that anyone would like before we take off?
Whiskey.
I can do that. It is 8 a.m., but that's fine.
It's 8 a.m. here, but
That's so true. It's totally 5 o'clock somewhere. I'll get you that whiskey. Anyone else?
thanks.
She's so chipper for 8 a.m.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Like that. I can't do it.
What did you have to drink this morning to wake up, young lady?
Coffee.
I would like exactly what you.
All right, but don't come after me if you're all jittery.
Oh,
Wouldn't
God.
dream of.
It's like she was lifted from a 50s movie or something.
What about the rest of you? And she does this a lot. What about the rest of you?
I'll have a water.
What? Got one of those for you, hun. Anyone else?
Yeah, water. Micah's hungover.
Do you have club soda? I'm
I
even
do.
more hungover than plain water.
Yeah.
Emmy's just like, energy drink? I actually have those, honey. I'll get you one.
She shouldn't be allowed to have those. She's too young.
She's back there shotgunning monsters.
Yeah.
You guys gotta remember
That's
what Emmy
literally-
does for a living.
I was gonna say we all shotgun monsters for a living.
But good job, Sam.
That was
Aren't you
very
glad I'm
good.
back? Aren't you so glad? We're all here together
missed you
tonight.
all.
I've missed you,
Love it.
bitches.
Same.
I will not apologize.
All right, bring it back in.
Club
So
soda.
club soda. I can get one of those for you, darling. And then she goes past Sabine. Sabine just kind of grabs her cuff of her jacket. She's like, the largest coffee you can make me. And then if you could please close the door when you get the drinks in. Thank you. And just immediately starts flipping through things. She's actually pulled out a very large stack at this point and is starting to flip through them.
Is this like a private jet or like a little tiny puddle jumper?
This is a small, tiny jet. Like, this is actually a tiny jet. So it's actually really nice. It's got a galley.
Okay.
And it has you can't see the pilots, and they're actually very nice seats. So this is kind of like what you consider like, obviously this might be on loan, or this is legitimately the small private jet that everybody uses if they have to like go cover.
Is this where what we would have flown on to go to the Ambrosia one? Didn't we?
Oh hell no! You were in New York, so you guys didn't use this.
Okay.
We did get evac.
We were like in coach.
We flew somewhere, but
if you guys have been on any planes at this point, you either drove yourselves or you were in coach.
Okay.
So this is new.
All
You've been on this jet before, Miriam? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Andy is asking Miriam, have you been on this jet before? Since you're, a veteran.
That's an excellent question. Heather?
He thumbs up to you.
A couple times.
It's happened.
But a couple times over the hundreds of years that you've, been alive.
They haven't had the plane for those hundreds of years, so.
No, but of how long you've been with the company, it's only been like you can count on one hand without running out of fingers.
Gotcha. 3 times. Very unusual. But it isn't a rental, it is owned by the organization. It has been remodeled. I believe there were bullet holes that were repaired. I was not on that flight.
I was.
I have been on occasion accused of being a bit of a drama queen. Regrettably, I have passed that characteristic on.
Are you actually directing that at Sabine?
Yep. Teasing her right out in front of everybody.
You see, like, she has had like a very like you've seen Sabine in situations where she's absolutely determined, and you can see she's in battle mode at this point. She's very much you've seen this determination. Yeah. And you see like the tiniest, she hasn't looked up, but you see the tiniest. I have no idea what you're talking about, Miriam. Also, I wasn't the one who told it. I just watched and learned.
That means it's our turn now, ladies.
I'm already on it.
From over the chair.
And Esther's like doing sword forms down the aisle.
Are you the guy in the plane who's stretching like dramatically?
Yeah. But with a sword and whiskey.
And Andy is like pulling her headphones slowly over her ears, like, is nothing else gonna happen? Can I get tune here?
This is excellent practice. I have great balance. Go ahead.
The stewardess is actually very easily dodging you as you're doing. You can tell she's a Sabers waitress.
I like her much better now.
Okay, somebody get her number.
Like, she actually does this thing, like, you swipe and she's like, oh, okay, here's your water. But she's got, like, all the drinks balanced, so she's setting them down as she's legitimately spending most of the time dodging Esther and the dog, who's actually, like, Creatus is, like, slowly following her, waiting, and then moving again, and then waiting and moving again, like, kind of sneaking after her. Like, She's like, he's kind of doing his own puppy versions of what she's doing.
Puppy cotta.
Stop. So cute.
This
Puppy
woman
cotta,
might
oh my
have
God.
snacks. I want
There
some.
is a couple bowls of peanuts that have been peanuts and like trail mix that have been set out. Even though it is breakfast, she's like, I think nope, not trail mix. I take that back. It's like little biscuits, like little
Biscoff.
plastic. Yes, Biscoff and
Yes.
like little single wrap Danishes and stuff like that.
Those things are addictive.
So good.
They never give me enough.
You know you can buy a spread. It's like Nutella.
I need them on a plane.
She's like, I don't care. I need them on planes.
That's the important part.
I know where to get them. So, snacks aside, the stewardess at this point has placed drinks on everyone's trays. She's actually kind of like gently lifted everyone's trays for them and set their drinks on them. She's like, is there anything else you ladies need?
Thank you very much.
All right, I'll be off then. Just kind of takes her tray and heads off and closes the door for the galley, and you hear a click.
Miriam's going to look down at her drink, back up at the assembled, and say, "Wish me luck."
I mean, if it turns you into that, then like we have other problems.
If it turns you into that, I'm gonna order one.
So,
But not till the end of the flight. I can't.
Stephanie, your cup is this big.
Mm-hmm.
It is just espresso.
Yup.
That's what I
Just
figured.
espresso.
No chocolate, no milk. No, that's a solid 5 shots of espresso.
You shotgun that right now.
Just take it like a shot. You can get milk as a chaser.
Yeah.
I could get behind that kind of drink.
Chase it with a Danish. You got this.
Chase with a couple of Biscoffs.
Yeah.
Sponsor us.
I'm out of curiosity. Did you shotgun that thing?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Roll cool, please.
yeah. No, I want this. Roll cool.
Is it
Definitely.
cool or tougher? I don't know what it would be, but it's
What
been
would
so
it be?
long.
It would be cool.
It's something.
Yeah, it's act under pressure, basically, right? Like,
Yeah.
okay. So my cool modifier is +1, so that's an 8.
All right.
You
She
pulled through.
She puts it back. She kind of goes.
That is a lot of espresso.
That is a lot of espresso.
But
Andy
she is
will,
good.
Sort of nudge you with like my club soda. Be like, need a chaser. I think everybody else cleanse your palate.
It's good coffee, but damn.
That's
Fair.
very sweet, thank you.
And if we're done with that, and Miriam closes the folder. How are we all feeling this morning?
Oh, great!
I mean, I feel like shit warmed over, but I'm sure I'm not the only one.
I'm not really in the mood to talk about feelings.
It's granted. Stupid questions, stupid answers. So, sorry, I haven't slept. I think I slept in the car. But otherwise, we are headed to New Orleans as the text I sent last night should attest to. We are going to New Orleans, and I obviously have 2 people with me that you possibly weren't expecting. This is Alania Gray. She is coming with us for a specific skill set. She is excellent at finding things and people, and so therefore she is coming with us because we are looking for a very hard to find person. Therefore she is here. If you'd like to introduce yourself, please feel free.
Hi.
Hi. It's nice to meet you.
sorry with what you guys are going through.
It's very kind of you.
I have gifts.
Oh,
What?
sweetheart, we don't need gifts. That's very kind of you,
But yeah, she starts, like, she gets up. She has, like, little gift bags that are very southernly, like, decorated and packaged. And she's gonna hand one out to everybody.
oh my god.
I take
Let's
it.
Do any of you open them?
I will thank her and peek inside. Yeah, sure.
Yours has tea and whiskey in it.
Solid life choices, both.
Anyone else?
I think Mike is just gonna set it to the side for now.
I take it on the
Thank
tip
you.
of my sword and like flick it back to my seat.
Oh, okay.
Andy?
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'll accept the gift bag, and then just sort of say thanks and put it to the side and stare out the window dejectedly.
You are here at a
Look,
difficult time.
Welcome to the team.
Thanks.
Sorry, I totally stepped on the end of your line, Chica. You're here at a difficult time.
Oh, I know.
That's
I'm not here to replace her.
That's not your fault. Spirits aren't particularly high. Do you know who we're looking for?
I do.
Do you have thoughts?
Well, he's not easy to find. I've seen some breadcrumbs, but that's about it so far.
And to be, Sabine goes like, honestly, what she's found at this point is exactly what we found. Message boards, whispers, sightings that we don't know if they're 100% true. All the same things we've been able to find at this point. We're hoping closer to sources, keeping somebody like this on tab, and part of the actual hunt will bring us closer to finding the Ringmaster and Reynard. And I know it's not the best time to bring somebody new, but it's for a hunt, it really is. So I need you to trust my decisions at this point and know that I'm trying to do the best for our team and what we need to do.
When Alanya, is that how you pronounce it? Okay, says that she's not here to replace her. And I'm gonna kind of like squeeze the bag a little bit and like exhale a lot and think about how Carla would want me to treat this person. And like reach out my hand if she's still near me and like take it and be like, we appreciate you being here. This is not going to be easy for anyone.
I know. I don't do well with new people, to be completely honest. Sort of a loner.
Oh, I get that.
Well,
It's
you're in good
amazing how
company.
few people are actually on this plane. So that should help.
It's true.
You saying I'm not a person?
You're a demigod.
I don't know if it counts.
Oh, you're the god.
Demigod.
This is an important distinction.
Yeah, it's true.
For the love of God, don't say she smells different.
I wasn't gonna say it out loud, but she does.
What is that? What?
Nothing.
What is that supposed to mean?
Alanya,
stink?
I
I stink,
suggest
don't
No, you
I?
smell
I
like
just-
figs.
What do figs smell like?
Sweet.
Andy, what does figs smell like?
No, figs are like, Esther, like figs are kind of sexy.
Sabina's just like doing this and she's like going through her paperwork. She's like, they're
Andy's, like,
considered an
clearly-
ambrosia.
Her mind is like down some other road right
Yeah.
now. Like,
Man, we have not
fine-
missed a beat.
Right? Like, it's fine, Esther. They're considered an aphrodisiac in some cultures.
That's
you
not
eaten a
fine. That's
It is
weird.
animated
It was a
right now.
compliment.
Have you eaten a fig? It's so delicious. Miriam,
Would it
Have you ever had a
pick up on
fig
this.
Newton?
No.
No,
it
it's
probably
Yeah,
not like
they're
a fig
gross.
Newton at all. No.
This is going so well.
Listen, you can't keep us on the rails for more than like a minute.
This is why this is an RP episode.
Listen,
Be
we
honest.
made
You said RP. We're
We made
RPing.
it.
Also a
I'm not
reason there aren't
complaining.
any men on this plane.
We made it to 8:53.
It's got to be a new goal at this point.
Hey!
New record, I
An
think.
hour before it's just devolved into giggles.
That's fair.
This is
Good
a
job.
horror game, people.
I
It is
authentically
actually.
mean it.
Okay.
Andy's response would be that figs smell sexy. That's like for real. That's a
Now, Esther is totally horrified. She's sniffing her armpits. She's walking. I walk back to my seat and just like slump down in it every few minutes, just sniffing different parts of myself.
Esther, don't worry
Doing
about
a
it.
kata and going,
Yep.
They're doing one of those like dancing, and you're like,
Pretending. Are you like trying to hide that you're doing it? Or
No.
are you like full on?
Nope.
it's like big whiff.
I have deodorant if you want to smell like cucumber.
That's worse somehow.
Okay.
Fig is sexier.
And you can tell the coffee is not kind of working because Sabine's like, if anyone's seen like My Hero Academia, like she's absolutely channeling Aizawa right now. Like, she just keeps
And we're
nodding.
back. And we're back.
And just like the lights keep going out for her and they just keep coming back on like there's a power outage and she missed like 5 sentences.
Sabine, why don't you tell us the bare minimum we need to know, and then you can lay down and take a nap until we get there.
You can see her eyes just like, yes. And then you see her go from a full cup. She's like, oh, okay, I can sleep through that. What we are doing is we are going to be working with New Orleans Sabers directly. And for those of you who do not know, except for obviously Miriam, this is the first location in the US that was ever established for Sabers. I need you to understand that when we get there. This is a much this is a much different kind of setup than any of us have dealt with.
They're
If you thought
uppity,
New
aren't they?
Orleans-
No, they will think we are.
Oh.
If you
But-
thought New York was diplomatic,
But it's a game. It's just a
We're-
game.
We're gonna
And
get
we
along
can win.
fine.
Is it a social game though? Because I have no social skills.
That's all right.
Okay.
We'll look after you, and you have all those sword skills.
We're not here to be social.
No. But if we can work with them, then we can use the resources without hesitation when we need them.
Miriam, you told me I wouldn't have to be social.
You
Like
don't.
5 minutes ago.
You don't.
Sabine just
Why
looks
do
at
you think
Miriam
I'm
like,
here? Why do you think I'm here? It's not like I can go gallivanting around the city in my more furry form. New Orleans is a very difficult place to hide. I'm not here as the muscle. I'm here to keep them away from all of you and make them play nice.
This should be something to watch.
It's gonna be fine.
I'm tired of playing anything.
I don't blame you.
We are going there as a true member of that organization. I need you all to understand that. They will need our help, but we have to play by their rules. And they're going to have a very different way of doing things than we will.
It's fine, I'm flexible.
So we play nice so we can figure out where Reynard is.
So we can
Exactly.
use the resources they have so that people won't hesitate to assist us. A little diplomacy will go a long way.
So why New Orleans?
That is why Emmy is here. Emmy is
I thought
going
she
to
was here 'cause
be...
of me.
Well, I had to find a reason to bring her along other than being the girlfriend of one of my team members. As lovely as I wish that would be enough, we needed to have another reason. Emmy is going to be our direct liaison with the archive department. She will be running all of our data. She understands that she'll be a direct link through Andy, and if need be, Alanya. And she will be using them as the connection to the rest of the team.
Andy's
Emmy?
gonna send a text message to Emmy that says, "Glad you're here," and put a blue heart.
Aww.
And Emmy has actually stood up and she's got like a stack of things and she has her phone on top of them and she looks down and goes, and kind of like, and Sabine just kind of reaches over, grabs her phone and sets it down on her chair.
That's about
Before it
right.
slides.
I love her.
And Emmy is going to explain the rest, and I need to sleep. The coffee has done absolutely nothing to her. It's almost like she took like melatonin instead of taking like a full stack of coffee.
I hand her
Yeah.
Crinitus.
Oh.
Sabine kind of holds him out like this for a second, looks at her suit, and just goes,
Yeah.
I'm guessing Crinitus just kind of like scuttles up because he's I don't think Sabine has ever held Crinitus.
Yeah, no, he knows.
And
He
he's
knows.
warm, right? He like runs
Oh, yeah.
water. Yeah, so
Oh yeah.
she's just
That's
like,
good stuff.
you actually, after a second, like,
6 level of hell temperature level.
Just right.
and Emmy suddenly is standing in front of all of you with a stack of things. She's like, so, I have all the paperwork, and you hear,
Yeah.
Emmy
Yep.
just kind of turns. So, I have things here. And she kind of goes down the aisle and she starts handing off folders to everybody. And when you guys open these up, these folders actually have pictures of people and coroner's reports attached to all of them. They also have a very distinct number that seems to be next to each picture as well. And she's like, so, we got a report, Sabine got a report that they had found that New Orleans had actually found a body in Bayou. And it's interesting because it turned out being Caleb from the theme park.
What?
The boyfriend?
What?
Yes.
What? Andy's like yelling. I'm very
And she
agitated by this.
she digs out
element.
from the bottom of the pile. She's like, his name is Caleb Hopkins. So they found his body in Bayou.
I remember Caleb. What?
Mm-hmm. And you see there's also a number, and she like holds out the file, like opens it up and is holding it so that the pieces don't fall out. And it is a picture of the gentleman who had the Jekyll and Hyde syndrome from the theme park. And she's like, so, Caleb Hopkins was found in the bayou in New Orleans. And in the same area, these 30 or so other corpses were found.
30?
Now,
How-
the question is, we wanted to make sure, did you guys recognize any of these faces or any of these names?
Well, first off, how long of a time span?
We don't know, but one thing they all had in common was they had muscle atrophy, like to extreme levels,
They're already
before
dead.
they got the obvious bloat from being in the bayou.
They're already dead.
So,
They've been
yeah,
kept
exactly.
starved somewhere.
Is
but
this
there
going to
hasn't been
happen to
enough time.
Reynard? I'm freaking
No.
out.
No, Andy, this
It
is not going to
absolutely
happen to
not
Reynard.
going to happen to Reynard.
Who else is in here that we saw? Who? And so she's like looking through to
Yeah.
see if who else is in there that we have.
As
met.
everyone's like looking through the thing, I'm gonna kind of, I feel like I'm probably in the seat in front of Andy. I'm gonna kind of turn and be like, I promise I'm gonna find him. Because I can
So
like
you
probably feel like she's like starting to panic.
So while you guys are looking through all those folders, you guys do not recognize any of the faces.
Okay.
No,
But-
the vampire girl is not there, or her brother. I mean, whoever. Vampire killer girl.
The vampire hunters, they took Bethany,
Bethany is not
who
in
was
there.
the Buffy. No,
Okay.
you do not see Bethany in there.
Okay.
Sorry.
All the files that you guys are reading all have those numbers that are next to each one of their file photos. You guys notice that the number system that's there looks familiar, and some of you might not know why. Alana, you might know because you've had it recently than the others. You would know that it looks very similar to your Sabers ID number.
Okay.
But
And
they all
each
also,
one of them has that.
they have a different number.
Okay.
Yeah, but they do
Now, when
have
you
numbers.
say the number is near the body, do you mean?
The pictures.
Okay, that makes much more. Okay, I was very.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry if that wasn't clear. So they each have a number next to each one of their pictures. You also notice that they don't all seem to have come from the same area or even the same country. They all have different origins.
So is it like case numbers, or are these people supposedly employees?
Did you want to ask that?
Yeah.
Emmy's like, oh, those are identification numbers. So everybody in Sabers and everyone that Sabers has identified as an entity of some kind has a number. So these people were all in the database for Sabers as supernatural entities.
What was he?
He was Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah.
Oh, that was just his thing. Okay.
He was
Yeah,
so
he had
strong.
Hyde syndrome.
Right.
So
When did they find Caleb? How long ago?
Well, the file said that they found the body about a couple of weeks ago, and when they found the body, they made sure they dredged up the rest of the area, and they found the other bodies.
So there's 30 bodies that they found in New Orleans, or is it from all over the world?
Just that, I think they said it was a 20-mile radius of the bayou.
But
And
the
every-
identifications have been people from all different nationalities.
Right.
Got it.
But they're
but
all
every
people-
single one of them is supernatural,
Yes.
without
I mean-
exception.
Yes, only the ones that had the same muscle atrophy. I mean, of course they found other bodies. It's the bayou, it's unpleasant, but it happens. But the ones that they list the ones here when we asked specifically for ones that were going to be similar to Hopkins' body, they gave us these files.
So
And
this
they all have the
thing.
same muscle
What was on his
atrophy.
body when they found him? Anything?
He had what they think were remnants of clothing, but other than that, that was it.
So basically, this thing is targeting supernatural beings.
How often are they dredging this area?
I don't know that information just yet. We haven't reached there, but this information they pulled specifically for us because when they found more than one body that had the same issue, they dredged the rest of the area just as protocol to make sure there were not other bodies. And when they found bodies that seemed to have the same post-mortem or pre-mortem issue, because this was not post-mortem, the muscle atrophy was before.
He's draining them.
They listed it as a consistent issue that they've been trying to look into.
I think I need to relax under pressure. I just don't think, like, I don't know.
She's gonna have a freak out.
It doesn't feel
She's gonna lose it. She's gonna lose it.
like a good thing. 8. I don't remember what that is. That's what Miriam rolled on her copy, right?
It's a partial success.
Yeah, it's partial.
Partial success. You would, at this point, you guys do notice that there is visible distress on Andy's face, but she's like keeping it together.
Okay.
Now,
Andy, this isn't going to happen to Reynard.
It's already happening to him.
Andy, we don't know that.
We don't know
If
that.
this works the way this description seems to fit, then there hasn't been enough time.
Yeah, we have time.
Physically, there hasn't been enough time for this level of muscle atrophy to occur in Caleb, which means that whatever this entity is, he is not moving in a linear fashion through time. That means there's no time limit. He could still be.
He's strong, right?
He's
He's strong.
He's exceptionally strong.
He's stronger than any of
He's
these.
a legendary trickster. He's very clever. There's no need to assume the worst yet. I won't sugarcoat it for you, but this is not yet time to give up.
And Andy, I know that it's not easy, but if we're gonna solve this, we need you. We really need you.
You have me. You have me.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Me too.
Watch us find him, and he's already freed himself. If anyone could do it, it'd be him.
I know.
Oh. Damn it. Esther, okay. What else?
She's kind
What
of
else do we
sitting
have?
there holding. She's kind of holding her thing. Like, I'm sorry. It's gonna be okay. Like,
It's
we've
fine,
got
babe. You're
so
doing
many
fine.
brainy people here. Like, with all these people on the case, we'll be doing it. We'll get it. We'll find him,
Keep going, Emmy. What's next?
and then we'll make the ringmaster sit on a rusty razor.
Yeah.
And she just kind of opens her thing again.
Good job, babe.
That was a change. Because I feel like Alania like has chatted with her probably the whole
Yeah.
way. She chattered her ear off. So I feel like that was like, what?
The dark turn.
Andy's eyes flick to Micah, and she's sort of like,
What are you guys into?
Micah's giving her a thumbs up, like,
Good job.
damn
She
it.
just kind of like underneath the thing. She's like,
Andy's like
Bright
mad
red.
because you guys are making her laugh, and
Yeah.
yeah. She wants to
so
be
not
upset.
happy, but yeah, it's funny.
and she's like, and Andy, I heard that they're like, the hurricanes are really great, so we can have one night where we just get a lot of hurricanes. And yeah, okay, going back to the case files. Gotcha.
Please.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. Hurricanes are fun.
Oh, I didn't mean those hurricanes. I meant like the
The-
drinks, the really tall ones.
Oh. Okay.
I didn't mean real hurricanes.
I know, Emmy.
It's
Okay,
alright.
we're on the same wavelength.
Okay. All right. So, we something that Sabine just kept saying in the car is that we have to behave. Like we have
Meaning
to
what?
behave. Like like, have you guys ever watched, like, West Wing?
Oh, I love that show.
No.
You're like, no. I like that. Okay, you get it then.
Isn't that
That
kind of
kinda
an old
behave.
show? Isn't that that's kind of an old
My dad
show?
watched
I mean, like,
So politically behave.
Oh.
Oh.
you mean like when we were at the Fae Court, like that kind of behave?
Have you guys ever played Vampire?
Do you guys
I've
get
played
in trouble
with
a
a
lot?
vampire.
Answering that question.
So that. I think we've lost Stephanie.
Miriam, what is she talking about?
I'm so confused.
I'm looking at Micah. I'm like, do you play Vampire with Emmy? What is she talking about? Is that like where you like you have to hide all the mirrors and the guards?
No, not like that,
and,
not like that.
And the neck and like what?
No, it's a game.
Do we bite people?
No. Okay.
Esther and Alania both have the same look on their face.
Has Miriam played Vampire?
No, Miriam has no idea. Stephanie
Andy
lost
is
her mind.
convinced this is something that happens in the bedroom. 100%.
Okay. Better way to explain this. It's
Too much
supernatural
fanfic.
politics. Like to
Oh,
the
wait, that's
extreme. Everyone's pretending to be real people.
Oh well, that's like
That's
my
easy.
everyday relationship. So, well, okay.
Do you
Like,
guys get in
at
trouble a lot?
Super hard mode.
No, we do
Like,
not
she's
get in
tr-
trouble
she's
a
like-
lot.
This is the first
Who
time
told
she's
you that?
talking to you all.
Oh,
and
I'm just
she's,
asking.
like,
You all
way
seem
better
very
than you at this,
nervous.
guys. It's like West Wing and supernatural politics had a baby, and it's that hard. It's like hard level with politics and bitey people.
So just
We are
don't do anything wrong.
Not good.
Yes.
Okay.
we
Do
are
they know
so
our
well
situation?
behaved.
Yes. From what Sabine has been telling me, they know our situation, and they are willing to help us as long as we can play ball, and we know.
Okay, but what
Ball?
does that mean?
Like, is there like a sports team they run?
Is there a soccer ball? Because I can kick it.
Maybe there's kickball, Esther.
I'm gonna
Guys,
wake
we
Sabine up.
gotta.
I think
No,
what
no,
Emmy
no, no, no,
is
no,
trying
no,
to say
no,
is
no.
that we just have to not break the rules.
That.
Which
Okay.
we can do this.
We can do that. I need a list of rules, and it needs
Yeah.
to be laminated.
Oh.
Maybe. Like, you really have to follow the rules, though.
We can do that.
They're written down somewhere, right? Tell me
Yeah,
they're
they're
written
written
down
down.
somewhere.
No.
I can make you a
Regardless
list.
of what anyone is saying, following the rules is what got us here. And I don't know. I'm gonna need some time.
The DM is
Or-
confused by this statement.
Well, Andy isn't here to make you feel like you understand what's going on. And so, I believe the problem is not that we've been breaking too many rules, if we haven't broken enough. And following protocol and believing people within the system is what got us to this point. And I just don't know.
See, I like that. That seems better. That seems easier.
Well,
I mean, I'm not
wake
going to go in and
Sabine up.
punch anybody.
no. Don't wake her up. Don't. No.
Wake her up.
No, let her
If-
sleep. She
if
needs to
I-
sleep.
If I may, this is being presented as though we are being herded into a situation where we have to know the exact way to curtsy. And it's not like that. Although that won't hurt. This is a situation in which there are a lot of political undercurrents, and some of these people have been maintaining, stirring, or fucking over some of these other people for literally hundreds of years.
I don't care about that, Miriam. I care about ending this. I just don't. I don't have patience for it.
I understand, and my goal is to make it so that you don't have to worry about it. I assume that Sabine was clever enough to get us housing either not immediately in headquarters or in one of my preferred wings. But
Have a
you-
preferred wing?
it's an interesting building.
It's a really old building.
It's a
Is
really-
it the West Wing?
That was good.
Emmy kind of goes, no.
My goal is to make it so that we can come and go as untroubled as possible. As long as I can run interference.
I'm not
We
gonna
are
punch anybody.
I almost never punch anybody.
Man, but you eat them.
Yeah, but then they can't tell on us.
I'm cool with it.
They're not gonna like me, are they?
Actually,
Like you?
they're going to like you a lot. They're going to find you fascinating.
Oh no, is it because I smell like figs?
I told you it's alluring.
I don't know why I said figs, by the way.
No, I love it.
It's just the first
I
thing.
mean, it's like Greek goddess.
It's
Yeah,
very Greek.
that's-
Yeah, it's
yeah.
very Greek god.
Alright, out of character, I ate figs as part of my Mabon ritual yesterday. So I'm like here for
Nice.
She's
the
like,
harvest
I am
energy.
the full
They are
on. I know, right now, I know.
I'm manifesting. Big energy.
Big
sorry.
fig energy.
That's Sam Amberg is big energy. If I was ever anything.
Any new viewers, just welcome. Like, we're having like an emotional break right now, and at the same time, we're making jokes about figs.
We needed an
Well,
It's
emotion.
also
Do,
been like a
Heather.
few months since we've
This is
been
very
together.
intense RP for me. So just
This
try.
is very intense RP, but yeah, continue.
I mean, Miriam, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get this done. If people get in my way, you
All
know,
I ask is
I'll
that you-
curtsy, but I'm gonna curtsy on my way to do what I need to do.
Absolutely. All I ask is that we assume that acting out of calm deliberation is going to be better than acting out of impulse. And she looks at every single one of you.
Roll act under pressure to hold her gaze.
Yeah.
No, I want to see it. Roll it.
Okay. I just like rolling dice. I've been missing my dice.
I know. I'm like over
Melania,
here.
you're gonna actually. You don't need to
Ooh.
roll it all. You have
Click clack stones make noise.
Alania, you don't have to roll it all because this is the first time you were meeting her. You are taking the full
Oh,
full
right.
front
Sorry,
of
sis.
Oh yeah,
the-
the moment
aura.
Miriam looks at her, she like looks away.
Okay, I got a mixed success again. I got a 7, but 7 to 9 is a. So I try, and then I can't hold
that
it.
happening.
Mhm.
What about you, Sue? What about
The end
Esther and
result
Micah?
is I cannot hold the game.
Oh, I'm not even looking at her.
Oh,
gotcha.
I rolled double sixes.
Yeah.
Micah's just, like,
That doesn't
fucking-
surprise me.
Yeah.
It feels right. I love
Yeah.
the
Like,
mixed
it kinda
success.
raises an
Who
eyebrow.
lit the school on fire.
I was gonna say Emmy, who like was your roomie, but still
what's-
never ever got any kind of like. She never developed any kind of immunity to it. Just immediately looks down like the teacher just called her name.
Oh, poor Emmy.
Andy
I
clearly
think I'm
can't
in
hold
trouble.
it. Yeah, I love it. Just because her heart's not in her affirmation of I'll try, and then she's like, yeah, you know, I can only try so hard.
I can only
Okay.
try so
I
hard.
didn't want it to be a big thing.
Yeah,
I was just
it's
doing
like-
it for a funny. I didn't
It's
mean
like
to make it
50-50 that Esther even heard her.
Yes, that's legit.
That sounds right.
Is Esther like taking her sword and kind of like opening the bag?
Yeah.
Smelling herself.
What's in my bag?
A dog toy, dog treats, and the candy that you said was your favorite. I can't remember what you said.
Oh.
What did I say?
I remember you ate Oreos, but I don't
Yeah,
remember your
Oreos,
candy.
That's what it was. It was
Oreos.
Oreos.
I'm gonna say Andy also does the same when she breaks eye contact and busies herself with the gift bag.
Yeah.
So
What's an Andy's?
Some very fancy yarn.
Ooh.
sense.
I sort of like put my hand into it, not knowing what to expect, and then it feels very soft.
No, you're
And
just like
yeah, I'm like in like having a like tactile moment with the yarn.
A
I'm just
sensory
like, oh,
moment.
so soothing. Yeah, exactly.
Also, for somebody who has never met you guys before, these are very personal gifts.
Yeah. Miriam has some questions.
What was Miriam's? Sorry.
Whiskey
it was like
and
whiskey
tea.
and like really, really
Okay.
fancy tea.
Okay.
Like super posh tea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I begin eating my Oreos.
Like stuffing them in your face while you're ignoring Miriam.
You guys notice Alania
Oreos
is
are
just like furiously
fascinating.
typing stuff on her
Sabine is
iPad.
still our handler, though, right?
Hmm?
Sabine is still your handler.
We're not gonna
Sabine.
have to. Okay. Okay.
Oh, you're asking Emmy this, right?
I'm asking in character to the group, so whoever would know. Yeah.
We're going as a team. We're gonna be staying at the dorms. I know, but that they said that's where we have to stay. And Sabine
I
is
just got
in
out
charge
of
of us.
college.
Are there bunk beds?
At least we got to go.
There are no bunk beds.
Damn it.
I was told that you're not allowed to make bunk beds.
You know what? That never hurt anybody.
Okay,
That never
why
hurt
did you
anyone.
even know that? Who told you to say that? Why would anyone even think we'd do that?
Carla would
Sabine,
want us to build them anyway, Esther.
Sabine told me no bunk beds.
I bet she did. And I'm gonna death glare at her while she sleeps in the chair.
You throw a piece of
You
the
guys
tissue
have-
paper at her.
You guys actually noticed the snoring stopped about halfway through you guys bickering. You just see this very manicured finger. And then she just pets Crenatus and kind of turns over with him.
Is she gonna be in the dorms?
I love this version of Sabine.
She's like sleep deprived.
I
Like
love
this
it.
is sleep
It's like my
deprived
favorite.
Sabine.
She gives
Like,
no
she-
fucks.
She
That's like
did
some
all of her
winter
work.
solstice
She
Sabine
did
energy.
all this work and handed it to Emmy and just went like, all right, your turn. Go ahead, honey. Like gave her a little pat on the butt and went, you go ahead and do this.
Fly.
Hey, Emmy's gonna
Mom-
be a handler someday. She's gotta do it sometime.
True.
Mommy needs to sleep.
We get to at least choose who we room with.
I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's my fault.
We have to go to orientation too.
Is that a joke?
But
We've
I
been
just
here for,
did
like-
one.
We've been with Sabers for like 2 years. I don't need an orientation. I need to find Reynard. Julia's out there. She just, where you can't just. I'm gonna put my hand back in the bag and throw the yarn again.
Okay, that's it. I'm gonna sit down now.
Great job, Emmy.
What kind of orientation do you know about it?
I don't know.
That is really insulting.
Yeah, you think? This is what politics is, right?
Mhm.
This is
You're
it.
already playing dirty, Miriam, and I just.
When Emmy sits down, I'm gonna hug her.
She did so well.
You did great.
She
Okay,
did
cool.
You should
She kinda
also
just kinda like-
get some sleep. Yeah, they're gonna pass out. The two of them.
How nice for them.
That's so adorable, but I'm enraged.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
She's angrily happy for you guys.
Yep.
Both
Damn it,
me
how
and
dare you
Andy
be so
were
cute.
both- oh yeah, it's a lot of feelings. A lot of feelings. Mhm.
Did you guys want to do anything? You guys still have like the stack of files that Emmy has handed out to you guys.
I
I'm
would
gonna
be
flip
sitting in the
through
middle
them.
of the aisle with all the files open, putting all of the information into my iPad.
Okay. Mm,
Are you gonna grab any of those, Andy?
I mean, not like to prevent her from putting them in her iPad, but like as they're processed, yeah, I'll say
Mhm.
that maybe we have a little bit of an assembly line going.
Like you grab from a discard?
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Okay.
grab from Andy's discard, but just like randomly.
Like the one in the middle, that one.
Yep.
The
Mhm.
system is just devolving as we go along.
It's just getting less and less as it goes.
Then I show it to Crinitus.
Unless you're sitting next to Sabine, that's going to be hard.
I mean, I could wrangle it, you know.
If you try to, are you going to try to get Cranitus out of her arms?
Do you want me to roll? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Get Cranitus.
No, I guess I'm not. I don't want to disturb her.
Cranitus is
Maybe
making
just
like happy little huffing noises if you walk past, just kind of nuzzling further and further in.
Traitor.
All right, why don't you
Here.
hand the files to Miriam, and Miriam will try and tidy them back up, is to just sort of complete
perfect.
this circle
Yeah,
of life.
so-
This weird circle, and then are you guys gonna like put them back
checks
on a
out.
pile in front of
Emmy.
Melania like it's
Yeah.
hazing?
So they're gonna go. Yeah, they'll go near the sleeping couple.
Oh, so I start accidentally putting him in twice.
Do we need to roll to see if we spot like patterns, or like should I roll connect the dots?
Yeah, what
Oh, that's a good
Um,
idea.
You could definitely roll connect the dots if you want to do
Okay.
that.
I wasn't sure 'cause
Anyone
it's
else?
not like a
I
full
would
F.
need you to tell me I would need anyone else if they're going to do that. Tell me what you're looking for before you roll.
I fucked up that roll. That was great.
I just want to look at my moves real quick because they're different.
Yes, they are.
Okay, I got a 13. Which is great.
Investigate.
So I get hold 3.
Nice.
So what are we using? Investigate a mystery or?
Yeah, tell me
I
what you're
think
looking for before you start rolling, though.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I want to try to understand, I guess, more of investigative mystery. So what happened here? But it's still a 13. So I'll
Okay,
get 2
that
questions.
roll was for connect the dots, right? So you have to do a separate roll for that.
Okay, well then I'll do connect the dots first. So what does the monster want from the victims?
Oh.
From what you're seeing, from everything that you've seen so far, it's obviously power, like their abilities or something like that. From what you're seeing, every one of the victims, what they had in common was they were supernatural in some way.
Okay. I guess I want to. I guess then maybe these questions aren't very good. I don't know, because it's like, when and where will the next critical event occur? Like, is it going to be at the same swamp? Is that a safe assumption based off the information that we have?
You don't have enough information for that at this point.
Okay, and I want to switch my rolls. I'm frustrated. That is a 9. So, yeah, I still, maybe I'll ask what's being concealed here.
What's being concealed?
I'm taking a picture so you can see that I'm not fibbing.
What's buried
I would
in
say-
the data?
I would say at this point, there's not enough here for that to be an answer, unfortunately. Like, you would have to have the data to, like, see that at this point. What you have is a bunch of faces you don't know. Some people are from Portugal. Some people are from France. Gotcha. Some people
And Alanya
are
and
from
I
the
couldn't,
UK.
like, tag team it. Like, I couldn't be like, okay, these people, like, it's obviously going to be more useful in digested format. What's being hidden that maybe is getting revealed on the iPad?
I would need Alania to go ahead and roll. And I would need to know what you're doing first.
Well, what I was kind of looking for is anything that they have. I mean, besides them all being kind of supernatural, if there's any time that all these are happening, anything that's similar throughout the documents. Like, I feel like after I would put all of it in, I would kind of like turn on like a filter, like for dates, times, kind of to figure out like
Okay.
what, if anything.
All right, go ahead and roll.
All right, my first roll. Where's my sheet? Here we go. That is, what am I rolling?
Probably investigate a mystery?
Yeah, investigate a mystery. Or one of your abilities, whichever one applies.
11.
Nice.
Okay. What you're getting from that is I would say the algorithm you've set up at this point, it's not showing anything that's consistent.
Okay.
Some of these people have missing persons reports, but not all of them.
Okay.
But the missing persons reports that you can find, they're all over the place.
Okay.
Like, somebody's been missing for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Somebody's been missing for a week. Somebody's been missing for 6 months. One person's been missing for 10 years.
Wow. Okay.
Can I ask, as she's like looking at this stuff, are any, since they've been logged by Sabers, then we have to probably know something of what their abilities were. Are any of those abilities things that he does?
That we've seen him do, you mean?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
The
What have we seen him
ringmaster?
do? Teleportation. Necromancy.
Bringing people back to life, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Memory manipulation or something like that.
Okay. Are you going to set up an algorithm for that? Or are you guys just going to go through the files? Like, who's doing this?
If Esther says it out loud, that would probably like make me like go, oh, that's something I'll check.
Yeah,
out,
I'm gonna ask
kind
her
of.
because
Yeah.
like I'm just randomly looking at these. I don't have the patience for this crap.
I feel like
I'll-
you all at this point have files, so if you want to just start like shouting out things, you can. Like, if you want to do that, like, because you all have files at this point. You guys, I'll just say that works since all of you have your hands on stuff at this
Okay.
point. You are seeing things like one person has the ability to shrink and make themselves large. One person, like Caleb. Oh, that's cool.
Goodness.
Ooh,
My fella
caramel.
just brought me a
Aw.
cupcake.
Aww.
Aw.
Did he make that?
No, he had them delivered because he
Glares at my partner and says, "Where's my cupcake?"
So the abilities you're seeing are things like make things smaller, large. You're seeing some people who have invisibility. You see some people who were vampires. You see a werewolf. You see a couple other things, but there's no consistency to what it is.
Do the decomp rates match the amount of time they've been missing, or they all look like they were dropped there around the same length of time ago? Like the person that was missing for 10 years, is it like a skeleton? Because, you know?
Because they were dropped in the bayou, and the bayou actually has some
Accelerates it.
preservation abilities.
Oh, okay. Opposite.
It's kind of hard to really tell the time, the date of death. The only thing, because there's one of them might have been bloated because it was dropped there a little earlier. One of them might not have been, but after a while, the swamp will kind of preserve them. So
But
any kind of composition they give you is going to be iffy.
That's true.
But like for bones and stuff, can't they tell? Like 10 years is a long time to be missing, you know?
They all, like, honestly, from what the coroners were saying, from the coroner's report that you've been given, there's question marks besides date of death. The one thing they have in common, which makes it even harder for them to really figure out the date of death, is that they all have the same muscle atrophy, which makes it incredibly hard because all those muscles are in the stomach, which means anything that was in the stomach is going to be hard to find. Anything like that might have been in their bloodstream is going to be hard to find. Like, because if you've ever seen a person who's been in the bayou, they look like mummies if they've been in there long enough. Like, the bones
It's
don't
intense.
disintegrate.
Yeah.
After we kind of do all of that very like basic stuff, I feel like I would start to kind of look on Google with the names, kind of searching for family, just to see if there's any reports of family missing or anything that jumps out online.
Does anybody else want to do anything?
Well, I was going to ask about time, but that's been pretty conclusively answered. Let's see. This was investigate a mystery, so I rolled an 11. I get a +1 for cool, or for sharp. But I don't know what to ask because you've asked all of the things that I was thinking about.
Yeah, at this point you have very little information. This is all that they have at this point.
Can I hold that roll?
You can.
You can say no. It's a ridiculous quest, but
you can hold it for later in this, like tonight, but not like for.
Oh, not like forever.
Yeah, you could. If you did a good roll and you want to hold it for a question that needs digging, absolutely.
Okay. Perfect.
Andy, do you want to do anything? Or are you kind of in a state?
No, I mean, I think that looking at a bunch of atrophied bodies is almost a comfort zone at this point. If I can dissociate it from the fate of my person. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that I'm curious, like, has that area of the bayou ever been dredged before? Like, at any time in the past decade? Have they, or is it like, I'm curious, like, where is this place that the bodies were found? And, like, what's around it, if anything, and have the police had any reason to go there in the past decade, I guess. So I don't know what you want me to roll.
I would say, well, you can actually find that information in the folder, so I'm not going to make you roll for it. Okay. Each body has a location marker on, like, drawn on a map. Mm-hmm. So the bodies look like they're kind of scattered in about a 20-mile radius, but it looks like it's all kind of still the same strip. Mm-hmm. And it's a very secluded spot. It's not near the highway or like any of the highways or anything like that. It's a little further in, not an easily accessible area either. Mm-hmm. So it's not something that ever really
people go there,
yeah. Something poked up and it was reported.
Who found them?
It doesn't actually have the name of the person who found them. It just says it was a report, but it doesn't have a name attached to it.
Okay, I figured out what question I want to research. Yeah. I want the history of this particular spot. What indigenous peoples lived there? Did the French pass through there? Did the Spanish pass through there? Were there any weird-ass stones? Giant fuck-off flocks of ravens? That, like, just give me the skinny.
Are you just, like, typing that into the interwebs?
No, I just rolled it and thought I would investigate.
Well, you kind of have to tell me how you're getting that information. It's not just to ask the DM straight up. I need to know, like, how you're getting that information.
I'll use, I'll not only search the internet, but I'll use my JSTOR.
Your JSTOR?
JSTOR login.
Or academic, like, scholarly.
Oh, gotcha.
And so it has all sorts of, like,
hi, Jenna,
anthropological research and everything in it.
Okay, so you go ahead and you do go ahead and look into that, and honestly, like, it gives you things like some not so politically correct, like, kind of creepypasta lore about creatures in the woods and things like that, but it talks about, there's some things about battles that have been fought and some parasites and diseases that have been known to come through the bayou at the time that New Orleans was settled, but nothing specific about that specific part of the swamp. Like, if you're trying to pinpoint that area and find information, it's going to be pretty much a jumble of facts about New Orleans bayou and things about alligators and things about people who live out in that area, alligator hunters, things like that, battles that have been fought and won because of the swamp or lost. So it's going to be a lot of basic information about everyone's third opinion about the bayou and, you know, ecological, like,
So that
preservation.
I don't really care so much about like all of the bayous surrounding, you know, between like New Orleans and Pontchartrain, and like I wanted to know about that specific area.
There's no specific information about that specific area, actually. Like, and it would be kind of hard for you to pinpoint that area and look up opinions about it. Like, the more stuff that you're finding is things like places where murders have happened, places where, like, near like Pontchartrain, near New Orleans, near Lafayette. The most, like, you're getting a lot of general information, but nothing specific about that 20-mile like plot of the bayou. Like, there's been, like, I take that back. There was a battle that happened there, but it was a failed ambush on the New Orleans during the Spanish occupation. That's pretty much it. They didn't keep in mind, they weren't used to the terrain, and they didn't have any way really to go through.
Okay.
They didn't know about alligators.
Oops.
And how you can get stuck and sink in the swamp. But other than that, you guys have gotten a lot of information out of some of the stuff that you've got there. Is there anything else anyone wants to do?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are you surprised?
No.
Sorry, everybody.
You're good.
Yeah, so Andy's gonna sort of like see a dead end when she knows one, like, okay, we've drained these of information. She's gonna like put the folders down and be like, okay, well, what kind of containment plan do we have if we do find them? Because none of this is gonna matter if we just end up in the same place we've ended up in twice when we face Julia.
The fact that she can deceive anyone, any of us.
This time, Bernard can't. We have to save him.
It's why we have to play this game. They have the knowledge that we need. We can't just charge into this and expect our, you know, bluster to overcome things like they have in the past. We have to go in with a real plan. Maybe even trick her somehow.
Bernard would like that.
I just want to get her contained. And that thing.
We don't know enough about how she does what she does or why she's doing what she's doing. We need
know
more
why.
information. Well, yeah, but we can't predict her next move based on that.
What do you guys want to do?
I would like to take a break so I can eat my cupcake.
I actually think at this point, this is probably a good place to end the episode.
I didn't mean to end the episode.
Oh, no. I feel like you guys have probably gotten to a point where you've kind of drained the dregs low at this point. I don't know if everyone agrees. And we aren't.
I have one more thing I want to say to Miriam, but I can say it in character after whenever we're.
Yeah, go ahead.
But no.
So, like, whatever, the flight's going on. We've sort of exhausted these things, but you're sitting near me. And Andy's gone pretty quiet again. And I'm going to lean forward to you in the seat and just be like, does it get any easier? You lost someone, right?
It does, but it never stops.
I don't know if I wanted to stop anyway. Okay.
Does anybody want to do anything as close?
I take Crinitude's back.
Give me that.
Give me my comfort animal.
He's your neck pillow.
Yep, I'm gonna go take a nap. My turn to nap.
Alania does not
Happy
sleep
Queen
at
just
all.
does.
Alania doesn't sleep.
No, I'm like on a mission now. You can tell she's like hyper focused.
And I'll say Alania does get to log all of those case files and whatever it is that whatever her private thing she's doing there. Miriam, anything you want to do?
Check for a heart murmur after the couple
Espresso.
stop.
I don't think Miriam's sleeping for this plane ride.
That's all right.
Just checking her pulse.
Yes.
Same.
Am I good? Am I good? I'm good. I'm good. I'm just hyper. Gotcha.
This is fine.
This is fun.
Immortal.
Just like sitting there the whole time with like
Mountain lion.
Andy asleep on her, like,
Yeah,
no flight.
accurate.
Micah, anything with you and Emmy?
Micah and Emmy are sleeping.
Nothing
Cute.
happened.
If I see that they're like really comfy, I'm just gonna go into the gift bag I got Micah and I'm gonna unzip the new hoodie. I'm gonna put it over both of them.
Oh.
Looks very cute.
I'm a this
are you
character is a
cringing?
caretaker. It's not anything like my last one.
All right. Well, as half of the plane sleeps off out of like complete emotional exhaustion, and the two stay awake, one typing away, the other one so buzzed she can't sleep. You guys head towards New Orleans, and the flight goes by without any issue.
Cool.
And next episode, we're going to be in New Orleans.
All right.
Wait, I have something for that. I have a whole background that's New Orleans.
Oh!
Yay!
There we go.
Let me flip over to Twitch so I can see it.
I want to see.
Man,
Oh,
there we go.
nice. All right, guys. Well, come and see us next week. Will be the official first episode of season 3, and we're gonna have everybody start their emotional journey through New Orleans and their new chapter with the Sabers organization. Is there anything to talk about really quickly?
Gronk, thank you for all the advantages that we
thank you,
didn't end up
Gronk.
using.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I gave them no reason to be in distress.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Well, not physical distress.
Let me think. What do we got going on? Monday we got Ferrogenia. Wednesday I will be on Saint Stella's channel for episode 2 of Adventures of Jeez. Adventure. It's a hard name to say. My brain can't comprehend this name. Adventures in Asteri. There we go.
Yay!
Where I play a very naive, very dumb halfling.
That's fun.
Oh,
That's
she's
always
a
fun.
blast. I take everything literally. It's great. And
I can relate to that.
Yeah, I think that's all that's going on for the most part on the channel.
All right.
Anyway. And then of course
All
we'll
right.
be back Thursday.
Yeah, we'll be back Thursday, and we'll have the full length episode, and everyone will be back, and we'll get that going.
All right.
Well, there's like
Emmy's
nobody
with us.
online right now.
Thanks for letting us emotionally scar you further tonight.
Yay!
You're welcome.
We will go raid Lore Explorers. 'Cause
Yes.
they're online, and Critical Role does not need the viewers.
No.
Have a great night,
Critical
everybody.
Role's got plenty. Bye.
Goodbye.